So today I wanted to share with you my beauty favorites, and I didn't do one in March because I was trying a bunch of new things and I only had just a few like staple things that really were my favorites, and I didn't feel like I had enough to really make a video. So today I'm going to combine March and April's favorites. So let's go ahead and start with the skincare and body care, and then we'll get into the makeup. So the first product is the Up and Up Body Lotion. It's the cocoa butter one. The Up and Up brand is a Target store brand, and this is supposed to be their version of the Vaseline brand Total Moisture Cocoa Radiant Lotion. And I get this big old container. This is the 31.8 fluid ounce bottle, and I think this was like right under $7, so between $6 and $7, and it is a lot cheaper than the actual brand, and it works the same because that's the one, the Vaseline brand is the one that I've used for many years, just on and off, that one and a bunch of other brands. But this one is definitely worth it. I think it's a good moisturizer for your body. It's not too heavy, it's not too thick, and we are now here in Colorado experiencing a bit of warmer weather. We've had some sort of rain and some cold. We had snow as well, even though it's springtime. So I feel like this is a great lotion for the whole year. I don't feel like I have to switch it up for summertime or wintertime. So that's really great. The next thing is a new cleanser. This cleanser I've had since, I think I started using this right at the end of February, beginning of March. I have used this brand, the CeraVe, before, but this is the hydrating cleanser, and I used to use for a really long time the foaming cleanser that's for normal to oily skin. This is for normal to dry skin, and it has ceramides and hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to keep your skin moist, and I do feel like this makes my skin feel comfortable after washing it. And I use this every single night, and I used to use it in the mornings, but I found another product that I use now that I just love, which I will show you in a moment. But this is definitely a moisturizing cleanser that doesn't strip your skin. It leaves your skin feeling really soft, very clean, and it doesn't make my skin feel like it's going to crack like most sort of foaming cleansers or most cleansers that are made for oily skin. They tend to really pull out a lot of moisture and make you feel really dry. This one is really great. I don't feel like it adds any extra moisture that would result in more oiliness, if that makes any sense. But I feel like this cleans and leaves my skin really comfortable, so I really love that. The next thing is the Simple Sensitive Skin Experts Micellar Water. I discovered this back in March, and I've been using this every morning. It says it's supposed to cleanse, remove makeup, and hydrate. The remove makeup claim, I think it works if you have like a little bit of foundation or maybe like a BB cream, tinted moisturizer, or something like that. But mascara and waterproof or longwear liners, I feel like it doesn't do that. Maybe a little eyeshadow, sure, but any of those like longwear products, this doesn't do. You'll be there forever with a bunch of cotton pads. And I think this is wonderful for anyone who wants to cut down on their routine in the mornings. For me, since I'm a mom, I need to be able to do things very quickly. I have a 2-year-old that is all over the place, and I need to be quick with a lot of things. So anything that can really help me and give me some shortcuts, and in the mornings and during the day, at night, whatever works for me. So this is great. I use a cotton pad. I just pour a little bit on there and just kind of rub it over. And I've actually been able to use this and then not follow up with moisturizer, which is bizarre because I've never been able to skip moisturizer, because I feel like although my skin is oily, I never skip it, and you shouldn't. But I feel like with this, it's so comfortable and makes my skin feel so soft, like I did put a moisturizer on. It's really bizarre because it claims to have multivitamins, a blend of multivitamins, skin-loving ingredients, and gentle cleansers to cleanse the skin while removing makeup. Skin is left clean and hydrated. So clean and hydrated, I do believe is true. The whole makeup thing, I would just use a makeup remover, honestly, and not waste this product in removing makeup. But it's wonderful. I love it. The next thing is this small little Clean and Clear Morning Burst Facial Scrub. I got this in the travel section of Target. It's an oil-free cleanser with bursting beads, and it says wakes you up, gently exfoliates skin with vitamin C and ginseng. I wanted to try this before buying a big size, and I have just a little bit left. This is a 1 ounce, which is pretty generous for like travel or just trying it out. And I use this probably once a week in the mornings, and it just makes my skin feel really soft and very polished and smooth. And it's just good to do some sort of exfoliating just randomly, maybe once a week, once every week and a half, 2 weeks, however you need to do it. But I think that exfoliating is key because it makes everything makeup wise go on so much smoother, and it makes your skin look so much better. Then this little headband thing here, I actually have to wash mine. I've been using it a lot, but I got this little band at Walmart, and you actually put this on to prevent any sort of cleansers, treatments, moisturizers, serums from creeping into your hair. And I have oily hair, so sometimes my moisturizer gets in there and it makes my hairline look super greasy, even though it's not. So this has definitely been a savior, and I think I paid like $2 for this at Walmart. It's really inexpensive, and I'm sure you can find these anywhere, but I thought it was cute. It's like a light blue with the little chevron print on it. It's really, really cute. And the last non-beauty favorite is these little hair ties. These have saved my life because I've been trying to wear my hair down as much as possible, and when I have it sort of like second, third day hair, I try to put it to the side with a braid or just like a long braid in the back, and these have been very, very wonderful at not pulling my hair, not leaving marks, and it's just better to use these sort of elastics versus just regular hair ties. So I like these a lot. Alright, so beauty favorites. First thing is the this Sugar Pop, I'm about to say ColourPop. Sugar Pop Too Faced palette. I'm actually wearing it today with a few ColourPop eyeshadows mixed, but definitely really nice and bright. I have a tutorial which I will link down below. Really great palette. It's the pigmentation is really great. And this palette from Too Faced, I feel like every color is very pigmented and very wonderful. And it's not like there are other palettes that every now and again you find like 1 or 2 duds that you may not like. I do think that this is a really great palette for spring and summer. I'm using the macaroon today with some ColourPop on the lid, and then the blackberry smudge kind of smoked out on the lower lashes. And I love it. It's super pigmented and really, really great. Okay, so another beauty product is my Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. I have been using this highlighter like nobody's business. I'm wearing it today. It gives me such a beautiful natural glow. It's really soft, and it's not super like shimmery where it would not be appropriate for everyday use. It definitely is very soft. It's the perfect everyday highlight, and this will last you the rest of your life because look how big this thing is. It's massive. And I got mine for like maybe $2 or $3 at Walmart. Really inexpensive and works really well. It does the job wonderfully, and it doesn't break me out, which is great. Alright, so for eyeshadows, I have a few more. I should have mentioned these earlier, but the NYX Prismatic Shadows, I love these. I will be doing a review of those coming up, but they're very similar to the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. They're very pigmented, and they go on very smoothly. They blend out wonderful. So I will link the tutorial that I have using this blue one, this one in Blue Jeans. It's such a gorgeous color. So I will link where you can get these and also that video. These are phenomenal. NYX eyeshadow is the Nude Matte Shadow in Leather and Lace. This one is a beautiful kind of muted rose color. And I like this because it reminds me of the Nougat shade from the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette that I absolutely love, and I put a dent in it, and this is just really great because it just gives you the perfect amount of color in the crease as a transition shade. And I wouldn't say this is the only crease color you will need to use when doing your eyeshadow, but as a transition, this is wonderful. It's got the right amount of color, but it's not too rosy, it's not too muted. It's definitely something that you can build up, and I like using it with a super fluffy brush like this one. This is from Morphe brushes that works really well, but this is just a great shadow, and it's inexpensive, and it's very, very pigmented, and I love it. I got mine at Ulta, by the way. The next NYX thing is the NYX Très Jolie liner in brown. I love this. I've talked about this so many times. It's the perfect shade of brown, and it's so creamy and so rich. I like using this in my waterline. I have tight line with this, and I think it's wonderful. It's also one of those liners that you can use in place of black because it has that depth and richness to it without being so intense like black liner, because black can be kind of intense sometimes, and not everybody wants black. So these are very creamy, and they last a long time in my waterline, so I do recommend them. It's a little bit on the pricier side for NYX. I think it was like $12, $12, something like that. At Ulta, but it's a gel liner, so you know, because of that sort of creamy consistency and the color and how it stays, I'm willing to spend the money. Another product, I have been loving this Delium Tools 760 brush. It's so tiny. I'll do an up close so you can see, but this is the perfect brush for tight lining, the perfect brush for getting a super thin line right at the base of the lashes with a gel liner. You can use this with powders, you can use this with cream shadows, you can do anything, and I really like using it with the next product that I'm going to mention, and it's the NYX Gel Liner in dark brown. Again, it's a really rich, almost black brown, but it's got enough depth and darkness to kind of make me not really miss the black liner, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to do like a little swatch here, but this brush As you can see, that's there. It's like a really dark sort of brown. And let me just show you how this brush like works really well. Like you can just do a super fine line. And of course it's not perfect, but as you can see, it gives you just the perfect line. And you can definitely, you know, make a thick line if you wanted to, a super winged out liner you could, but I think that the shape of it, the angle, and how small it is, you have to work a little bit more than if you were using a brush that was a little bit wider in like liner size. Like if you compare it to the Zoeva one, as you can see, super tiny. It's like a perfect detail brush, and I really love it. And I will link down the Delium tools. I will be doing a review. I don't know exactly when, because I want to use the Delium tool brushes that I have a little bit more before I give my final say, but be on the lookout for that. So subscribe so that you can get them sent to your subscription feed. And then another Wet n Wild product is my Reserve. I was going to say Reserve Your Cabana. No. The Coloricon Contouring Palette. This is in the shade Caramel Toffee. And I love how it has the two colors for highlight, and I love the fact that they're both matte, which is great because I have oily skin and I try to use only shimmer in for my highlight and then everything else matte. So this is what I'm wearing today. I think it's a really nice color. It's got a bit of a sort of slight kind of rosy tone, but it definitely is that grayish vibe to it. So it's perfect for fair skin. A lot of times you will see a lot of contour palettes in stores and stuff, and then you will feel maybe like they're too dark, or maybe it's overwhelming. For me, it's like when I see a super dark contour, I was like, oh no. But this is perfect because it's very lightweight, yet you can build it up and get that super like chiseled effect if you wanted. But then if you wanted to do like contouring every day very lightly, you can use something like this. And this highlight is actually really nice. I've used this to set my under eye. And it does show up on my fair skin. So if you are more fair than I am, you will see it. If you are like darker skin tone, like really rich skin tone, this may have a slight ashy look to the skin because it's so light. So I would say that this sort of duo here would be more for fair, light to maybe medium skin tone. And then I think that they have another shade available, like a deeper one. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure you can find something similar to this that's a little deeper if you are darker skin tone. And then another beauty product is my e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. It comes in a little cube like this. I absolutely love it. I have mentioned this in a haul that I haven't even posted, but I really love it. I fell in love with it from the beginning. It's a $3 product that is perfect for setting under the eye. I get it at Walmart, and it's just like your standard traditional setting powders that are translucent. They don't have any color. It's great for setting foundation under eye. Works really well, and like I said, it's only $3 compared to what you would spend at Sephora or even the high-end side of Ulta for a translucent setting powder. It's really cheap, but really great. So I do think that this is a really good alternative to translucent setting powders. It's cheaper than some of the other drugstore brands like L'Oreal. It's more expensive than this, and they have, I think they have like a jar. If they still make it, I'm not sure, but it's really inexpensive, and it's $3, and you can pretty much find e.l.f. at least at every Walmart that I've ever gone to has e.l.f. and it's readily available. If not, I will link their site below if you're interested in trying some of their products out. And I have a few more beauty products, or two more really. The next one is the Brow Fix Brow Kit from Milani, and I wear the shade 02 Medium. And this is a really good product for anyone who wants to have a brow product that's inexpensive, that works, that's a powder. And you get two shades here, and I have both of these on today. I use the lighter, which is the center and the front part of the brow, and then the arch and the tail, I kind of mix the two, but I use more of this darker shade. They're actually really pigmented. As you can see, very pigmented. And this highlight shade is actually really pretty. It's definitely shimmery. So it kind of reminds me of Reserve Your Cabana, but just a little bit more shimmery. And you get your little tools here as well. You get a tweezer set, and then you also get like a little sponge eyeshadow thing, I guess, for the highlight, and then the angled brush. But I have never used these, and that little tiny mirror, I mean, it's... No, you can't use that mirror to do your brows because it's so small. I haven't used the tools, and I don't think that they are really that great. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just really like the powder in the duo. And I remember getting this while I was living in Texas at CVS. But you can find Milani a bunch of different places. Even my local Walmart has Milani, but it's a really good powder, and it's just a couple bucks. It's really inexpensive, and when I try products like these that are just really affordable and they work really well, I don't want to go out and buy something super expensive like the Anastasia brow powders. Although those may be wonderful and fabulous, but this works and does the job really well, and I've had this for a really long time and I use it all the time, and I really haven't put much of a dent in it. I mean, I'm kind of rubbing off the letters in there, but really it's a product that's so pigmented you only need a little bit, and I like using it with an angled brush to apply it, and it works really great. Highly recommend it. Then my last product is my Milani Evercolor Poreless Face Defender. This is something that I've mentioned before, but I have been using it a lot lately. It's a very weird product. There's nothing on the market quite like this at all. It's a solid sort of gel. I know, stay with me here. You know, I get that it's kind of bizarre, a solid gel, really. But it is a very sort of solid, like gel-like consistency, and it has just a bit of a slip to it, just enough so that it actually spreads all over the face. It comes with a sponge, which mine is disgusting. But you just kind of push it in there and then just kind of blot all over the face, or just wherever you feel like you have a little bit of oil. This is a little bit on the pricey side for what it is, but honestly, I have been trying a new foundation. I'm wearing the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible foundation, and I had to touch up once about 6 hours later, and I decided to use this product for it, and I didn't have to touch up at all again after that, and I wore it, I would say, for another 3 or 4 hours after I did the blotting with this, and I was still matte, and that's what I'm wearing today if you're wondering. But this product is really great because if you are oily or combo oily and you just want something that's not going to add that powdery look to the skin, because every time you touch up with a powder, whether it's something very finely milled like my Dream Wonder powder by Maybelline or something a little bit thicker, you're adding more color to the skin, and the more you apply it, the cakier it's going to look and the heavier it's going to feel as you do your touch-ups, whether you do touch-ups every couple hours. Maybe you're so oily that you have to do it every hour. Whatever it is, I don't recommend using products like that for touch-ups constantly, because eventually after a certain point you're going to start to feel cakey. It's going to start cracking and settling and fine lines, and just not going to really look fresh. But this is something that goes on completely clear, just like a translucent setting powder, but it doesn't take away the finish of whatever you have on. So if you have a beautiful kind of demi-matte, for example, like I'm wearing today, foundation, it's not going to take away from that super soft finish. If I'm wearing super matte, flat foundation, it doesn't take away from that. It doesn't mess with my highlight. It doesn't remove my products. And that's the biggest thing about this, that when you pat it over your face, it doesn't take off your blush or your contour. It doesn't move anything that you have already on your face, but it mattifies and it makes it look like you just freshly did your makeup, which is really wonderful. And I got mine at Ulta in a kit, and I was on the Ulta website last night just kind of browsing, like I need to be doing that, and I saw the Bulletproof Essentials kit, which is where I got this from, on the Ulta website. So I will definitely link it below because it's a great set to try. Some Mally stuff if you're wondering. This on its own, I believe, is around $40. I know it's very expensive. Mally Beauty is an expensive line, but if you can't find it at your local Walmart, or if you Walmart, yeah, I wish, at your local Ulta, you can definitely do the Ulta website and check it out, and they probably have a lot of the Mally stuff there. If not, QVC, that's where I first came across Mally Beauty, on QVC. I'm always on there, and they always have specials and deals and stuff like that. So I will link some sets if I can find it that contain this or just this, wherever I can find it cheaper, and you may be able to get it cheaper or with like an extra bonus product from like QVC. But I definitely love it, and I would recommend it for anyone who has like combo skin, or if you're oily like me and you want something to put in your purse. I always have this with me in my little makeup bag in my purse, and I've had this for months and I haven't even put a dent in it, because you only need a little bit and it's enough for the entire face. So really great. Oh, I feel like I'm out of breath here, and I hope I'm not forgetting anything because I've been just kind of speeding right through this. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this favorites video. I will have some better favorites, I think, for April, because I've gotten lots of new eyeshadows that I have just fallen in love with, like the Make It Forever Artist shadows that I really like, and the Kat Von D that I've been using. I used some of those shades today as well. I'm like I have so many good products that I can't wait to share with you guys. So I will be posting that haul video. I'm not sure, but it's going to be sometime this week, whether it's already up. If it is, I will link it down below. If not, it will be the next video that you see. And I have some two tutorials, one with the Makeup Forever and then one with BH Cosmetics coming up. So let me know in the comment section if you want to see a specific type of video, like any sort of requests. And also let me know what some of your favorites are. I would definitely love to see or know what you like this month. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and like the video, thumbs it up. And that's it. I will have everything listed down in the description box for you as well if you are interested in anything that I showed. Have a fabulous day. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I will see you very, very soon.